to local matters. Well, in fact, it turns out to be national. The first episode hasn't even aired yet, but there's already a campaign to stop the X Factor winner's single becoming this year's number one. And the people behind it are three music fans from Sheffield. They're Wes Metcalfe, Tom King and Adam Jessup. And they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure an unsigned band knocks X Factor winner off its perch this coming December. Wes Metcalfe and Adam Jessup from the trio have been talking to me. Wes explained their thinking.
What we're trying to do is we've got 100 unsigned bands that we're putting out there for the public to listen to and vote for. We're going to put forward for a Christmas number one, not against X Factor, but as an alternative choice. Because at the moment, where the music industry's going, everything's very manufactured. There's no real bands, or what I'd call real bands, that have got bass players, keyboard players, drummers in the charts anymore. The music industry did promote them. You know, probably Britpop was the last of it, where we had big bands like Oasis and Blur and Pulp from Sheffield. But the bands are still out there and they are still making the music, and there's a lot of unheard talent. There's a lot of good bands that could be big that they're just not getting the airplay, and that's what we want to achieve. We want to give an alternative choice and get bands back into the UK charts.
Adam, 100 bands, a wide variety?
Yeah, a massive variety. You know, we've got everything right across the different genres, right from folk bands all the way through to heavy metal, so there is hopefully something for everybody. You know, we've got a hip-hop band on there, so it's just a case of going on there and voting for what you like to hear, and hopefully, you know, that chosen band will then get put forward for the final campaign.
And they're from all over the country, including this part of the world?
Yeah, we've got quite a few from Sheffield, we've quite a few from Birmingham, London, Wales, Scotland, you know, you name it, there's bands all over.
And this is an opportunity for people to actually listen to something, isn't it? By starting now in August, they've got time to listen to 100 acts and make a decision.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why we want to start early. We do realise that we're a long way away from Christmas, but we want people to kind of go on there and give their opinions and vote for the tracks that they like early.
Wes, when I listen to BBC Introducing on a Thursday night, and I listen to the quality of some of the bands that perform, some of the unsigned bands that perform on that, I think sometimes 25, 30, 40 years ago, those tracks would have made the charts. Those acts would have been successful. Is there something about that resonates with you in what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of bands out there that are worthy of getting into UK charts. The main problem is they're not getting the airplay, they're not getting anyone behind them, and we want to fight the corner for those bands. We think the public still wants to hear this type of music. The Rage Against the Machine campaign in 2009 showed that they were desperate to change music industry and the way it was heading, but it didn't solve a problem. It just got a track from 1992 to number one in 2009.
You're looking for something fresh.
We don't just want to get a track out there to prove a point. We want to do more than that. We want to make a change to the UK music scene and get these bands back in charts, and we want to fight the corner.
Adam, what should people do?
Check out the website, so go to bandcrusade.com, look at us on all your social networks, it's just /bandcrusade, whether that's Facebook or Twitter, and just kind of give a voice to the campaign and what we're trying to do. You know, spread the word around your friends, family, and vote for your favourite track.
Are people responding already? Because you're pushing this here in South Yorkshire. Have other people got the message and doing the same around the country?
Yeah, definitely. We've done a big job in kind of contacting the band's local press and things like that, and we've seen the articles popping up here and there and everywhere.
There's a lot of press down south at the moment following, getting behind the bands that are representing that city or village or town, and there's a lot of support in different parts of the country.
And the band that gets the biggest number of votes is the band that will get all of the support and the campaigning behind it.
Yeah, that's right. So the final band at the end of it will then be pushed along social media channels and everywhere we possibly can in order to try and get them to Christmas number one, to kind of keep the legacy going, really.
Is the Christmas number one as important as it used to be? Are people taking much notice of it these days?
To be honest, no, I don't think they are, because it tends to be mapped out already. I mean, there has been some changes over the last couple of years where another band or another artist will win, but it tends to be the same manufactured music. For us, it's to get Christmas number one. It's proving a point that we have got people out there who do want to hear a band at number one, and to get to that position, it'll prove a point for us.
Yeah, I think the Christmas number one is a symbol more than a necessity. Yeah. It's just the Christmas number one is still highlighted in the way that it's the track there, that it's at that position at Christmas. But I do agree. I don't think the chart positions and things are as important as they used to be. It just gives us a symbol to aim for.
Well, that was Adam Jessup talking. Also, Wes Metcalf there, trying to get the X Factor winner off the number one spot, but replacing it with a genuinely talented, unsigned band that people can vote for, so that at least they've got some public support. We know why that record has got there. If you're interested in getting involved in this, it's called Band Crusade. You can go online and listen to the tracks at www.bandcrusade, all lowercase, all one word. Just put that in and you should find out exactly where to go.
BBC Radio Sheffield.